The following program is rated G and is suitable for viewing by all ages.
Hi there, I'm Wendy and I am so happy to be here in Summerland at Granny's. I'm sure you've seen it if you've gone between Penticton and Kelowna. It's right on the highway and there's this really big cartoon granny there. And I suppose that's you in like 60 years?
Maybe in the future.
So this is Lana, she's one of the owners and we're going to talk about this amazing place, how it's just reopened and all the new stuff, and then we're going to play around with some food. As always, I've got Renee back there behind the camera and I'm probably going to talk to her every now and then, so that's how you know who I'm talking to. All right, so tell me about buying this place.
Yeah, so my husband and I, we have owned Granny's for about 4 years now. In the past, we have just been operating the fruit stand side and as well as the orchard that we have on this property as well. But we have recently taken over operations on our bakery as well. So that's been a big change. It's actually the biggest change that Granny's has seen in over a decade because it's now 100% owner operated.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. So you know that you're really supporting local when you're shopping here.
That's correct, and actually that's a big reason why we decided to kind of take over everything ourselves is because we're actually very deeply rooted in the farming community of the Okanagan. My family has a peach and apple orchard in Penticton. We have a cherry orchard on the property, and we also have a greenhouse and a very large garden. So a lot of the veggies that we serve here at Granny's, that we sell at the fruit stand, but that we also serve in our menu, we actually grow ourselves.
Oh, that's exciting. So ultimate farm to table.
That's right.
It's your farm
so we're really
and your
cutting
table.
out the middleman.
Yeah.
Which is great for the customer because you're getting fresh quality food and a reasonable price.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And this has always been a favorite stop of our family when we're coming back into the Okanagan or traveling up and down Highway 97. I think that your sign is iconic. Like everybody kind of knows the sign.
Yes.
When we show it, people will like, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you get a lot of just highway traffic, people that aren't local?
We do get a lot of highway traffic, I would say in the summertime, we get a big boost from all tourists coming through the Okanagan.
Yeah.
The Okanagan is such a huge tourist spot.
Absolutely.
And so we definitely see like the uptick in customers when we have the summertime comes around.
Do you close in the fall and the winter?
So in the past we have experimented with different types of hours. The bakery has been open year round in the past.
Okay.
This year we were closed over the winter season. I think in the future we're always going to be open, from May to November. That's like a guarantee. We'll always be open around those times. But then we kind of play around a little bit with the winter schedule, so it's ever changing.
Yeah, as needs, right?
As need be, and as we kind of come up with different things that we want to try.
Okay.
Yeah.
What have you started that was something that you wanted to try?
So new on our menu this year, we have a few different things. One of them is waffles.
Nice.
And we're also offering in season or yogurt parfaits and seasonal fruit salads.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so all of those things, the common ground there is that we have, we're featuring seasonal fruit, seasonal local fruit.
So smart.
Yeah, so it really just elevates the flavor of anything that you have when
So
it's
much.
grown here. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've ever had a strawberry that is actually grown in the Okanagan versus just, you know, at the grocery store.
They shouldn't even have the same name.
Yeah, really.
Really.
They're like
Yeah.
two totally different fruits.
Exactly. Yeah, one is like, they even look different when you slice them.
They do.
It's like,
yes.
you're not the same.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
it hasn't bumped in a cargo truck over thousands of miles.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, to get
And-
here.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been picked at the right time, you know, when it's ripe and it's ready to eat. That's
And
when
they're
we pick-
fragile.
Exactly, they're very fragile. Strawberries and all other like types of berries, raspberries.
Oh, yeah.
It's very fragile. It's hard to pick. So yeah, that's why when we feature those kinds of things on our menu, we feel really proud of that because not only is it, you know, supporting ourselves if we've grown it or other local farmers, but it's just going to taste really good.
Yeah, it's going to be 100% better.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a far cry from, you know, thawing something out and putting it
definitely.
into a parfait.
Yes, that's right.
Texture, taste, yeah, everything is going to be better. Yeah, what a great way to experience a real fresh flavor of the Okanagan
Yes.
as your entrance coming into the valley. Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, this is a great place to stop, and you've got coffee as well for
Yeah.
road weary folks like
Yes,
myself would
that's
stop
right.
in and
Coffee's a big part of what we do here. Actually, my background before I ever stepped foot at Granny's, I had many years of training at a cafe in Vancouver, where I'm from.
Oh,
Yeah, and so I trained as a barista from my early 20s.
All right.
And yeah, the way they trained us on coffee was very strict.
Okay.
We literally had to get to a point where we would be sipping some coffee and have to say like what country it was from. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was very, very intense training over there. They took
Yes.
the coffee really, really seriously.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so that's something that I've definitely brought in new this year with our espresso machine and stuff like that. Like we train all our baristas to make sure that we're all tamping at the same amount of pressure and that we're
Yes.
dialing in our espresso every single day. So yeah, that's a big part of what we do.
Yeah, once you've trained difficult
Yes.
things, they can work at any coffee shop and be like a
Yes.
star barista right off the bat.
Yeah, and I mean, it does take some work.
For sure.
Nobody that walks in here is going to necessarily be serving drinks right away.
Yeah.
But we'll get them there. We'll get them there.
Are you still hiring for the summer season, or are you staffed up?
So I would say we're mostly staffed up.
Okay.
Yeah, but we are always looking for people,
Mm.
especially because you never know when we just find there's a hole in our schedule.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say we're always, if anyone's interested, to just feel free to walk in and give us a resume or email us.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty easy.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah, you're very responsive to walk-ins because that's
Oh,
how
for
I
sure.
met you. I just pulled up but hey, making this show.
Yes, well, and that's how we get a lot of our suppliers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, farmers that are like, hey, I'm just down the street. Like, you know,
Right.
I have this certain products or whatever. I grow this thing, this, that. And a lot of our farmers that, you know, we buy our food from, they're not necessarily these huge operations. They're
Right.
literally like hobby farmers, some of them,
Oh,
that just have a
nice.
bunch of extra crop.
Right,
And we're like,
right.
you know what, we'll take it.
That's amazing. And figure out something that it should be in.
Yes, exactly.
Nice. I'm a little bit distracted by our light right here, which is a 64-inch light that is wobbling in the wind.
Hey, we live on edge here. It's okay.
Every now and then there's a shot of adrenaline. You'll just watch both of us
Yes,
flinch.
yes.
That's what it is.
Maybe we don't need any coffee.
Oh, possibly not.
Just kidding.
We'll just get really puffy like cats.
Yes.
Stressed cats on the porch. You have some different areas where guests can dine when they're
Yes, we do.
staying in. So
Yes.
what do you call this? This the patio?
Yeah, we do call this the patio. So we have like this kind of terrace patio with plenty of seating out here. We also have picnic tables and then some seating inside.
Nice, nice. And I imagine that in the season this is all just a green cave.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. This is like a wisteria plant that has just taken over all of this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah. So it does get
Okay.
very green, and we have to kind of try to keep it in control.
Does it blossom like those hanging?
It does actually.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we've had like a bad winter.
I know.
So we're waiting to see what that's going to do to our plants.
I see it's got some shoots and leaves. So
Yeah,
that's a
so
good
we're
sign,
hoping
right?
that there's still some signs of life, but we're not sure yet.
Oh, go
yeah,
little
but I mean,
wisteria.
even the branches I think look really cool. So.
They do, they
Yeah.
do. I thought it was grapevines. That
Yeah.
were some kind of weird
oh
grape.
yeah, no, they're not
Yeah.
grapevines.
Hey, look,
There you
first
go.
food.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, well, this is our first offering.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we have here is your classic coffee and donuts. We mentioned earlier how we are a highway stop.
Yes.
Tourists
Classic
coming
highway
through.
food.
That's right.
Yeah.
And, like sometimes, you know, if you're just driving through, trying to get from one place to another,
Yeah.
you need a quick breakfast, something to just fill you up and move on.
I hear you. I hear you. And
Yeah.
what's more, you know, classic Canadian road food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
So how do you make these?
So these are actually cake donuts.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't have a fryer.
Right.
But they are basically, you know, they taste kind of like cake and they're baked in the oven.
Okay.
But they taste just as good as any other donut that you'd find. They just have a bit of like, I would say a little more dense of flavor rather, or texture, rather than like that fluffy that you're maybe
Okay.
more used to.
So somebody who's trying to avoid extra fat in their diet might choose something like this.
Absolutely, this would be a great option. Also, if you just like things to be like a little more dense, we also have like bagels that are in kind of in that same realm where it's a bit more dense.
Are you making them in-house?
So the bagels are the one thing we get imported from
They're
Montreal.
a pain in the butt from
Yeah.
Montreal. Though.
Yes.
Okay, if they're
We
Montreal
get them,
bagels,
we get them
I'm
shipped here
for that.
fresh from a bagel place in
my
Montreal.
word.
Yeah. And they've
That's
been using their
amazing.
recipe for 65 years, so we don't want to
Okay.
mess with that.
Oh, I'm going home with a
Yes, you should.
Because I've flown to Montreal just sort of to get bagels.
Yeah.
Like plan my trip. I could stop in Toronto or I could stop in Montreal.
Oh yeah.
What you gonna
They're-
do?
Or you can stop here now. 'cause
I
we have
know.
Montreal bagels.
Woo! Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I'm here for that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's pull this apart and see what we've
Yeah,
got going
sounds
on.
good.
Oh yeah, that's just gorgeous. It is. I don't know. You said it was dense, but it looks very fluffy.
It's just a little more dense than like your traditional like fried bagel,
Mm-hmm.
like or sorry, donut. But yeah, it's a cake donut, so just give it a try.
Oh yeah. Very classic flavor.
Yeah, still gives you that classic donut taste.
Yep.
Yep.
So good. Yeah, we stopped at a place in Toronto just recently, Burlington, and Duck Donuts. Have you ever heard of them?
I haven't.
They're wild. They're kind of similar to this. They're
Oh,
taken
okay.
over the place.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're like this. It's not as sweet, not as heavy.
Yeah.
Just a really different kind of donut experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
which is a super weird sentence to put together.
I mean, everyone's always looking for something new.
We are, yeah. And this is nice. And what is yours?
So
What
mine's
kind of
actually
glaze?
a maple glaze.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and yours is just like a cinnamon sugar.
Okay, can I have some of yours?
Yes, you can have this one.
Thanks. Do
It's
you want
really
half of
good.
mine?
Yeah, for sure.
Yay. We're just hanging out eating donuts.
Yeah.
See, my job is awesome. Make new friends, eat donuts in the shade.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you go wrong? Yeah, my husband would be all about that.
Yeah, yeah. And donuts are actually a more new thing on the menu this year.
Oh, really?
They haven't been a staple at Granny's in the past, but now, now that we've kind of perfected this recipe that we bake in house,
Okay.
we just make them every single day.
Have you had any mishaps in perfecting the recipe?
I mean, there's always going to be like your burnt ones or the ones
Okay,
that
but
didn't turn out.
That happens to all humans.
Yes, exactly.
I want to know about the donut that resembled a frisbee when it came out. Something that just collapsed on itself. Any cool things like that happen to you?
So the donuts specifically, no, but that has happened to like our other treats that are a little bit more complicated to bake.
Okay.
This one I would say is on the beginner side of baking.
Okay.
But you'll see we're going to get into some more complicated.
Oh, nice, nice. Because
Yeah.
I always like just a growth story, so I feel like maybe this is something I could do.
Yes.
And then I'll try it and I can't do it and I come here and I get yours.
Well, I mean, you know, it's kind of funny, like even just shaping them can be hard, like, because like you've got to roll the dough and like you've got to like kind of, I don't know, shape it.
You're not stamping them, you're shaping them.
Yeah, you like shape them and like you use a mold, but like even just getting them to look right, it kind of,
yeah. I wondered if you were piping them into a mold.
Not piping.
Okay, it's too thick to pipe.
I'm actually not sure the reason why we wouldn't pipe it, but because I'm not the expert baker, but but yeah, I know that we don't do that.
I've got to come in someday when you're baking these and
just take a look.
just like, who's that nosy Gus?
Yeah.
Is she filming? No, she's just nosy.
And we have paired it with a black coffee. I've done this on purpose, no cream, no sugar, so that you can taste the flavor of our locally roasted Lone Tree coffee.
It is nice.
Yes.
It's a nice balance.
It is, yes.
Yeah, kind of got an earthiness,
Exactly.
nice little bit of acidity.
Yes, and I will say that there is a Colombian in this coffee, but we actually do have it. It is a Granny's blend that we use. So you wouldn't really be able to find this specific blend on the Lone Tree website or with them if you went to them directly, because they do blend it specifically for us.
Ho, ho, ho. Can we purchase a Granny's blend from anywhere?
No, unless
not
you're getting
you?
it in a cup
Cup here.
brewed already.
All right, fine.
Yes.
So we need to bring a thermos. Is that what you're saying?
You can take it to go. There's no problems with that. But yeah, our Granny's blend is, it is a medium roast, but we actually do blend it with a slightly darker roast.
Okay.
And the reason why we do that is just because our crowd here is a little more traditional, and when you come to Granny's, you just want to get that little more like old school, homey kind of feel.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like nowadays, like people roast their coffee, they'll do like a medium roast, and that's a little bit, can be like a more acidic, and it's not really the flavor you're used to getting.
Right. Or kind of citrusy.
Yeah, a little more citrusy.
Yeah.
That's right. And actually fruity sometimes. Yeah, so that's usually not the flavor people are expecting when they come to a place like this.
Right, right.
Yeah, so we purposely have made it just more of that your delicious, like old school coffee.
Yeah, kind of comfort core.
Comfort.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
So,
where we are
yes,
here.
you've been on the highway from
Yes,
Calgary.
That's right.
Stop here. Can we go to the bathroom here somewhere? Is that a thing we can do?
Yes, we do have a bathroom for
Thank
public.
you.
Yes.
Otherwise, that orchard right there is going to see some action that you don't want. Yeah, so this is where you come for comfort when you've been in a car full of yelling kids.
Absolutely.
For 5
this
hours.
is the place to let them stretch their legs. And you can grab a coffee and a donut. Actually, the other great thing about coffee and a donut pairing is that it kind of uses like extremes. Like you've got like an acidic kind of drink with like something more dense and sweet.
Right.
And like that's kind of shocking to your system
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
way, especially that there's caffeine in this drink.
Yeah.
So that's why people use it for like breakfast, right? Because it's like gonna wake you up. It's like a punch
yeah.
in the face.
There's everything happening here that
Yeah.
says this is daytime.
Yes, wake up. Time
Yeah.
to get to work or have fun on vacation.
Are you a dunker or non-dunker?
I'm personally not, but I would never judge.
I would never judge. I'm always disturbed with bottom remnants.
Oh, that's true.
Like
yes.
the cookie sludge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
saying that, I'm really curious to see what happens to your donut if I dunk it.
yeah,
And
go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
do it.
Let's try it. I've actually haven't personally tried that with this. So
Hey, he holds together,
nice.
sponges up beautifully.
Oh, I'm loving it.
I don't know why I'm so interested in what I can do to your donuts. Can I do this and it'll still be good? I'm thinking maple and coffee. That's kind of a Canadian
That is good. And
mixer.
actually, we have a maple rock caramel latte, so mixing maple and coffee is a good thing. I'm gonna try that.
It's good. You want to be quick. 'cause
Quick.
It's,
Okay, let's do it quick.
because it's a thirsty donut. Is that not great?
That is so good.
Yeah, and the cinnamon would work just as well because cinnamon and coffee so happy together.
You might have changed me into a dunker.
My job here is done.
Oh my god, that was delicious.
Right? Yeah. No, I
It
love
kind of
it.
tasted a little bit like what coffee ice cream, like coffee
Yeah,
ice cream.
almost custardy. Like the texture
Yeah.
changes, and it's like, ooh, yeah. Yeah. No, I'd
Yeah, it's
advise
actually
dunking,
delicious.
but you want to be quick about it and keep your wits about you.
It's true.
There's no lingering in this cup. You're
No,
like,
no,
in and
you
out.
don't want to get it soggy.
No, no, because then you're going to have the bottom fall out.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it is still a delicate pastry. Even though you're saying how like it's tough,
Yeah.
it's still a delicate pastry.
So do you normally drink coffee? Do you drink it black or?
I drink it any way anyone will give it to me.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Well, that's going to work well for us today.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
all about
I didn't
coffee.
even ask if you drink coffee or if you don't like caffeine. I'm just like, here we go.
Oh no, I'm down for everything. I'm very unkillable and I like everything.
Nice. All right. Well,
Oh
here come
my
the next
word.
things.
Oh, things are getting so much more fancy. Oh,
Thank you
Oh,
very
thanks.
much.
thanks, Logan. Oh, we should tell who these people are,
Oh yeah.
even though they're not talking.
They're shy.
They're shy. They were shy when they were helping me.
I know, they're chatterboxes off
Yeah,
camera. Then
I think
something happened.
it's these things all
Yes.
around us. So the dude is Logan.
Yes, and then that's Brooke.
And Logan and Brooke,
Yes.
yeah. So creep them out when you
Yes,
come here.
exactly. Say hi to them.
No, Renee says no, don't do that.
Don't be creepy.
People don't like it. Just say hi and that you know them from somewhere.
Yes.
Oh no, she says no.
Oh, okay.
See, she's kind of like bumpers when you're bowling with kids.
Yes.
They stay in the gutters and say, no, this ball does not go there.
Yeah, that's
it goes
good.
there.
We
Yeah,
need
she's
someone
my,
to keep us in line.
yeah, she's my gutter bumper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink this. What is it?
Okay, so this is a traditional iced latte. So we pull our shots long for our iced lattes, and we just use like regular whole milk that we
Oh,
actually
nice.
get from the Dutchman Dairy. So that's in the Okanagan.
Guys are so local
Yes,
and so
everything.
ethical. Oh
we
my
try
gosh.
to be
Yes.
very, very local. Yes, we don't.
And the Dutchman Dairy cows have friends.
yes,
Yes.
they do, and they're grass fed. And
Yeah, I'm absolutely one of those people who thinks that there's a difference in the quality when the animal is happy.
yes,
Like,
absolutely.
they're happy animals there.
Absolutely, and it makes you feel less guilty for
Yeah.
you know, anything. But I mean, I'm not like saying that there's a specific way to do anything, but this is just what we do because it's passionate. Like
As
our
a
passion.
choice, I feel it resonates with me.
Yes.
And I feel like there's a quality difference in, I don't know, maybe it's my own sense of this is just.
Yes, exactly. And like they roll up in like their glass bottles,
I
and it
know.
just makes you feel good.
And it's kind of old-timey,
Yeah,
right?
and
Yeah, it's
that's
like
like
from the
Granny's.
dairy
That is-
delivery.
That is our theme here
Yeah.
at Granny's. back to the old times.
Old times where you can sit on a patio with your friends
Yes.
and eat this.
Exactly.
What is this?
What is this? That's a great question. So this is our homemade Belgian waffle with our secret recipe that we use. And this waffle is actually served as a full waffle if you do get it.
Okay.
But we decided just to split it up for ourselves today.
Yeah.
But you would get it served like as a full waffle. And we serve it, like I mentioned earlier, with in-season fruit.
Mm-hmm.
So blueberries are currently not in season, but we always have like a stockpile of frozen that we can always bring out
Okay.
when it's not
When
in
there is
season.
nothing in season.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as the fruit's out, it's going to be on our plate.
Oh, amazing. Are you
Yeah.
going to make a compote with it like this or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So we actually use Summerland Sweets fruit syrup.
Nice.
Summerland Sweets, another local company
Yeah.
here. So we use them to help us make like a sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we have blueberry, but in the season, once the season starts, we'll have other fruits as well.
Okay. All right. So this looks like a fun pairing.
Yes. Oh, and I forgot to mention the maple syrup. So
Mm-hmm.
of course we're gonna serve our waffles with maple syrup. This maple syrup is made by Maple Rock. So they're right here in town as well. It's
Wow.
a local maple syrup supplier that we have here. So, you know, almost everything. We have Lone Tree Espresso in the latte. We have like our Dutchman dairy milk,
Mm-hmm.
our Maple Rock. We have in-season fruit and a homemade Granny's recipe. So
Wow,
there's
wow.
not more like farm to table that I can really try to do.
No kidding. No, I think you're nailing it.
Yeah.
And I was of course poking this.
Yes.
because you know it's got to have that crispy edge.
It does,
Yeah.
yes. It's a traditional Belgian waffle, so they
Yeah.
tend to be like a little firmer.
Nice and deep,
Yes, and they have like the deep squares for us to fill it all up with fruit.
too. Now, chefs hate it when I pull apart things and want to try them one element at a time. It's
but
like
that's the way.
it's meant to be together. Mm. Oh, there's,
Yeah.
it's like a bit of vanilla and a bit of cinnamon in here. Just a touch.
Are you trying to figure out those secret
I
recipes?
am always, yeah. This is where you say, stop it. Oh my goodness, this is so delicious.
It's like crunchy, but like not like firm.
Yeah, just that crispy outside and that like almost like a choux pastry on the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if you could make a waffle with a choux pastry recipe.
I've never
I wonder
tried
what would
that.
happen.
Maybe that could be the new secret recipe.
I'll let it explode in my kitchen before I debut it anywhere. Look what I got. I'm opening a waffle truck and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, that maple syrup is
The maple syrup is something else.
so amber.
Yes, yes. And we actually we sell amber and dark maple rock syrup here at Granny's. Traditionally, we do use the amber syrup for our waffles, but we do have the other kind available too. So.
Wow. What's the taste profile difference between the two?
So dark just ends up being like a more of a richer taste. It's
Okay.
almost like, it kind of sounds random, but like it's like thicker. Like it's
Yeah.
like thicker and heavier in flavor. Yeah, so your amber is like more what you're normally used to, and
Right.
it's kind of runnier and just sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you like, when you have a drink like this, do you like to leave the ombre or do you stir it? Which sort of person are you?
So when we serve our lattes at Granny's, our iced lattes, iced drinks, we serve it with the ombre, obviously, because it's gonna look nicer.
It's pretty.
And it allows the person to kind of mix it on their own. But you gotta mix it. You're just getting.
What if you sample it from the bottom
you're
and
just
then
getting milk? You gotta
Okay,
get. You
milk.
want the espresso in there. You want to mix it up, and make sure that you're getting all the milk mixed in with that espresso.
I'm not doing it.
My drink's better than yours. No, I'm kidding.
Probably. I'm still. So I had 3 drinks in one drink. I had a coffee tinted milk,
Okay.
and then a espresso tasting thing, and then espresso with a bit of milk.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, which are all valid drinks. I mean, you can order any of those.
But you can also stir it and not be a weirdo.
It's just the way it's meant to be.
This is better.
There you go.
You are right.
Yeah, so this is a nice latte. We paired it with the waffle because sometimes when you have something really sweet with like a waffle, it almost triggers your sense of like being thirsty.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
and so you almost want something that's like refreshing, and not that
Okay.
caffeine is the best to do when you're thirsty, but just having it be on ice and it's a cold
Yeah.
drink, it kind of tricks you into thinking that you're quenching your thirst.
And then buy some water.
Yeah, then get some water.
This is gorgeous. Everything really works here. What after you're done work here, I'd imagine you're pretty tuckered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially because I have a newborn.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's why we need sweet things with a lot of caffeine.
Yeah. How long is this human?
That big.
Oh
I don't know.
boy. Like 3 months? long?
He's like he's like 5.5. Yeah, so he's like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
5.5. That's nice.
Yeah, 5.5 months.
Oh well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And this.
And this.
That's
This
a
is my other
lot.
baby.
Yeah, this baby is. This seems like 2 full-time jobs
Yes.
and then a newborn.
Yes, it's another full-time job.
Yeah. Plus.
I don't know how we make it work. Must be the coffee.
It's got to be the coffee and the sugar. Get Summerland sweets.
Yeah, exactly.
Just uncork the bottle.
Yeah.
They do make a very good product.
They do.
Yeah.
It's delicious. Yeah, we have all of their jams and well, not all, but many of their jams and syrups available on our fruit stand side.
Okay.
And yeah, I still have yet to have tried every single one. But like, there's so many different type ones. There's like the apple pie one, which is delicious, and the maple apple one, which is also really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have like random flavors, and
Yeah, and they keep expanding and
exactly
trying a new thing if it sticks.
Yeah, and the fruit leathers are always a big hit. People love those.
I've never tried. They make fruit leathers now?
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
yeah, and they're really good.
Okay. Brave new world. I'm learning so many things.
People come in and they get mad if we don't have enough, like if we're sold out.
Oh, well then you know it's good. If people are
exactly.
that invested in it, yeah,
yes.
you definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're finishing up here, you're going home where there's also demands on you. What are you doing for food for yourself? Are you like scramble an egg and just swallow it whole? Like what?
Well, I'm
what do
lucky
you do?
because my husband is the one that cooks. So
Thank you,
and
husband.
Yes, and he's Chris. He's really good at cooking, and he's a really good baker.
Nice.
So he's actually the one that spends most of the time baking in
Okay.
here and at home and cooking. So he's kind of like this is his recipe, right? Like this is what he
And
would
that's
be
Chris?
Chris. This is what he would be serving to us at home as well.
Good,
So
Chris.
yeah, so I'm able to kind of do all the other stuff while he can focus on the food.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So the way that your job descriptions sort of butt up against each other, you're doing all the publicity and the marketing, or?
Yeah, and admin.
Right.
Thank
Whew.
you.
No worries.
Whew.
Thank you.
Get these ones.
Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
so much.
Oh, how cute is this? Oh my gosh, is this one of the bagels?
Yes, it is.
I'm
So
beyond
this
excited.
is- so what we have here is, so this is being served on a Montreal bagel. Like I said, we get them shipped fresh from Montreal.
Yes.
They're delicious. They're like a chewy, more dense type of bagel. And there we have them served on cream cheese and lox, smoked salmon lox. We also have dill, onions, and capers. And yeah, it's just like a breakfast option. And if you order one of these, we've split this in half, but you would get both halves.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd get both halves if you're ordering one of these.
Very nice. Very nice.
So
Okay.
we can give it a try.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly right on the taste.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't have to fly to Montreal anymore or bribe my friends to bring me some frozen ones when they visit.
That's right. Yeah, so this is one of my favorite things on our menu because it features the Montreal bagels that we just really love and think they're delicious.
Yes.
But also the Okanagan, we have lox, smoked salmon lox, and these lox are from Okanagan Select, which is an indigenous local company that is actually dedicated to preserving one of two species of salmon that are left in the Columbia River.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're kind of going out of their way to help, preserve a species of salmon. And then they also collect the salmon, and it's obviously the highest quality, most delicious salmon you're ever gonna taste. And the way they make these lox is actually they use a brine that actually takes 4 hours longer to make than your traditional salmon lox.
Okay.
So a lot of thought and effort has gone into making this salmon, not only the fish itself, but just the recipe.
Right.
And that's why it's delicious.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're so proud of it, and we just think it's really good, and just proud of like the cause it's supporting as well.
Oh yeah, and what's the name of that company again?
It's called Okanagan Select.
Okanagan Select.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look for that.
Yeah,
Look
definitely
them up.
Look it up, and we actually feature some of their candied salmon, or their canned salmon, and some smoked salmon that we sell here at our stand. So if you like salmon, here's a place to stop by and grab some.
And it's a very delicate smoky.
Yes, yes, it's really
Not
good.
right.
It's not like a strong, like overwhelming flavor, but that's why we actually balance it with like the capers and the dill, because that's more of like a punchy flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's very, very nice. Oh, and with the Montreal bagels and really good salmon.
Yeah.
Fresh dill is always.
Oh yeah, fresh
Tastes like
dill, that comes right
summertime.
from our garden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and onions, we also try to grab them locally as well, so. Yeah, that's good. It's one of my favorite items on our menu.
And what have you paired it with?
Okay, so we paired this, because this is a little bit on the, saltier side. It's not like a sweet thing.
Right.
Now we have a sweet drink to go along with it.
Okay.
So we have our fresh lemonade. I have like the regular lemon flavor, and you have a cherry flavor.
Oh,
So the cherry
lucky me.
flavor lemonade is, man, I'm getting tired of saying this, but it uses local cherries that have been juiced in the season, and we just keep the juices, like the juice over the season, and we just use that to sweeten our lemonade. So there's actually no sugar in your,
Wow.
so it isn't sugar free, but there's
Right.
no sugar. The only sugar that's coming from this one is from the cherries themselves.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. How natural.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yep. It's nice. If you're more of a traditional lemonade kind of person, then this is your go-to. But the cherry gives it like a bit of because actually cherry juice. I don't know if you've ever had. Have you ever had straight cherry juice?
I have. Yeah.
It's a little bit of like. It's not like. It's kind of like thick.
It is.
Yeah, and like it's a very intense flavor.
Yes.
Almost tart, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that kind of balances the sour of the lemon and then
Yeah.
the sweetness as well.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It reminds me of something that you used to be able to get here when I visited the Okanagan as a kid.
Yes.
From the prairies.
Yeah.
And that thing keeps moving.
Yeah.
And we came out here as a family, and there was this product that tasted almost exactly like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It involved tart apple instead
Okay.
of
cherry?
It was cherry, and instead of the lemon.
Lemon. Okay.
It had a tart apple in like a Granny Smith or.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It was really, really good.
Yeah, we
And
could also do
I've
something
never
like
been
that.
able to find that, but this is really close to that flavor
Oh,
profile.
I love that.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
So it's kind of reminiscent. Like all this food is very like takes you
Takes you back.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were lucky enough to have an actual granny
Yes, exactly.
who did some actual baking.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's good. And like once we go, like right now we have the cherry juice, and we have fresh apple juice that we sell as well. But once we go into the season a little bit more, we can have a variety of different lemonade flavors like peach and others.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Strawberry, blueberry.
Oh, I'll have to come by and see what you're up
Yes,
to, what kind of
yes.
concoctions you've made.
Yeah, and that's kind of the fun part about grannies for locals. Like, because obviously if you're a tourist, you're just going to be here one time.
Yeah, and when you're here, you're here.
You're here, you're here. But for locals, something that's nice is that, these things change throughout the season as
Right.
we get different fruit, different veggies. We're going to have squash soup when squash is in season. Or we're going
Exactly.
to have tomato soup when tomato is in season. So our menu kind of changes according to that. So that's something that locals can kind of look forward to.
Exactly. I wonder if sometimes people think that when they're in the Okanagan, everything is in season all the time.
Yeah, which is not the case.
Yeah. It's like, do you have something with fresh cherries? Like, well, not
Yeah.
yet.
Yes.
And then, again, not till next year.
Yes, exactly.
It's almost like the avocado. It's not ready, it's not
Not
ready,
ready.
it's ready right
Right.
now. No, it's dead.
That is that is my life. Because it's like we're waiting for cherries or strawberries and then
Yeah.
they're here and then they're gone.
Exactly. You've
Yeah.
got a window for this fruit, but there's another one coming up.
Yes.
That's
it's
going to be
true.
equally awesome.
It's true.
Just gotta wait for it.
Well,
and then peaches.
And that is why we do take advantage of certain things like juicing or freezing.
For sure.
Right? Because if you do freeze like local in season fruit, when you unfreeze it, it still holds its quality. And things like juicing, so you can kind of get you through the season,
Yes.
through the winter.
Yeah, you
Get
can
you
add
back.
it to things.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
So.
like a little fresh hit of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you do it right, like this
Yes.
feels fresh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like
And-
you've got poor dude in there with the
Logan.
little squishers.
Yes, I know.
Poor Logan.
They work hard in there. They work hard.
Mashing cherries.
Yes.
But it's not cherry season, so
No,
that's a lie.
That's right.
How do you think our cherry season's going to be this year?
Cherries should be okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Peaches, unfortunately, stone fruit, like or other stone fruit, like apricots, peaches. Those are probably not going to be that great.
It's the light again. If you could see, Renee is like running over there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's entertaining.
It's entertaining for us.
At the beginning,
And
it's
scary.
scary. Yeah, scary for a second, and then we know she's going to save us.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Oh gosh.
Yay, location.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. I've got a peach tree in my yard, and
Yeah.
do you think
nothing.
it's dead? It doesn't even have any leaves.
Ooh.
How bad? How bad is my peach tree?
I mean, I can't say if it's dead or not, but I mean, it
Dead-like.
It could be dead. I know that the peaches on our farm are not. They don't have blossoms, so
Okay.
they're not probably going to have that many. They do have some, but they're not going to have as many as
Okay.
we are normally expecting.
Yeah.
So, yep, it's just one of those years. You know, that's what happens when you're a farmer.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad was a rancher, and he'd say ranchers don't, something like they don't gamble because their whole life is a gamble.
That is so true.
Right?
Yes.
You never know what your weather's going to be like. You
Yes.
don't know. You know what you expect it to be,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
what is it? Climate is what you expect, and weather's what you get.
Exactly. And if you ask a farmer, like, how's like, just go, like, how's it going? They're going to start talking about the weather. So,
100%.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. It feels like they were just here, doesn't it?
I know, it's flying
Guys,
by.
you just
Thank
keep coming. This is so great. Thank you. Oh, you're doing latte art.
Yes,
Hey.
Logan's working on his latte art.
Good job, Logan.
Okay, so we couldn't have you at Granny's without having our apple pie.
Yes, that's true. This is why people come here.
Yes, this is, so one thing that I love about the Granny's apple pie is that it is a recipe that has been transferred down to us from previous owners, and has
Did you have
been-
to pay extra for that? Because this is the local famous.
Yes,
apple
it's
pie.
local, famous apple pie. It has a huge reputation.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. And it is a recipe that we've been using at Granny's for a very, very long time. We're not the first ones to use it. I would say that we have made some minor improvements that don't change the recipe, they just make it better.
Oh.
So we have like an egg wash on the top of
Okay,
the, of
yeah.
the crust now, which we feel just makes it a little bit flakier. So we've improved it in that sense.
And you've got that gorgeous amber kind
Yes,
of crackle.
Exactly,
top.
which we didn't have last year.
Yep.
And we have also tweaked the apple ratio. So in the past, we've always used like a blend of apples.
Right.
So Granny Smith and then something a little sweeter, like an ambrosia or something like that.
Yeah, but Granny Smith, that holds its.
That's right.
Hold
So
the
we've
shape,
actually
right?
upped the Granny Smith a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so that makes our recipe now, it's actually a little less sweet,
Okay.
which we think brings out more of the spices and the flavor.
Oh,
and it's less
gorgeous.
just kind of like, like less just kind of drinking straight syrup, you know what I mean? Like it's more just like it's a full flavored, delicious
Nice.
dessert.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
excited. And you've
So-
paired it with a latte?
Yeah, so actually we've paired it with a vanilla latte.
Oh, nice.
The reason
Okay.
why we added a little vanilla is because traditionally you'd pair this with a ice cream, a vanilla ice cream, which we
Okay,
do
yeah.
offer here at Granny's.
Sure.
But we wanted to just showcase a little bit more of our drinks, and Logan wanted to work on practice his latte art,
Good job.
which he's getting there.
Well, it's
We've got like a balloon and a
rosemary
leaf thing.
sprig.
Yeah.
But they've had some time to
Yeah,
Deform
and it doesn't
themselves.
affect the taste, so.
I think it's fine. If you can do anything with
Yeah.
latte art, you're
So-
winning it.
Exactly. So our vanilla latte is kind of the closest as we're going to get to ice cream in that sense. It's a creamy vanilla flavor espresso based drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy.
This is like dessert in a cup, though.
Yeah.
It's not very sweet. It's like almost savory.
Yeah, exactly. And it brings out that like espresso has like kind of more of like a kind of a nutty flavor.
Yeah.
So
Nutty, caramel, vanilla,
yeah,
creamy.
And you're gonna want to try this pie because it
Yeah,
is
sure.
a delicious.
Me and the latte are having a moment.
Yeah.
I want to give full props to Logan's
to
Logan's
Logan's
hard
effort.
work. Yes. Well done. Oh, nice. Hey, Renee, if I turn this, do you think you can get close up in here? I'm just going to put my fork through it so you can see the, in my head, this is what's going to happen. All this is going to like heave up like that and crumble like a pastry. Ready? Yeah. Okay, here we come. See, that's exactly, look at that. Look at that. That's what you want. And
The crust on the back here is like, yeah, you get the flakiness, but it's not hard to put your fork through.
no, this is blue ribbon winning crust. Are there still any competitions for pie baking and stuff like that in the world?
Actually, I don't know, but
I wonder if Armstrong.
we should. Oh yeah.
Is there?
Wait, they have it at the
Like the
fair.
IPE?
Yeah, at the IPE. I'm pretty sure they do that there. Oh man, maybe we should.
I wonder if you can
we
enter.
should submit our
Yeah.
recipe there.
Yeah, I wonder if you can do that as a business, or is it just like actual grannies?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Oh man, I love the crust. Is my favorite part.
Yeah. Yep, and homemade apple pie filling is so different than
Store bought.
pie filling.
Absolutely.
Crank, crank. Yeah, it's a different color.
Yes.
It's a different texture.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. So different.
And like if you do get like pie from store, I think what you'll find is that it's a lot of the kind of the syrupy part of it, and like
Right.
not as much apple.
Yes.
Right? Where
Yeah,
here
this
you
is
can
just
see that
dense
this is just,
with apples.
It's like loaded with apple.
Yeah.
You're mostly getting the sweetness and the flavor from the apple itself.
Right.
But
Rather
then
than
you
the
just got
syrup.
a little bit of like the syrup on top.
Yeah, just to.
It's like
So
you
keep
gotta
it
have
together.
something in there, right? But really, it's just coming from the apple. So that's why when we use our local Okanagan fresh apples,
Yeah.
that's the flavor that's coming through.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's the Okanagan pie that you want to get. Do you have them available in different ways? Like, can I buy a frozen one or anything
You can
like
buy
that?
it frozen, you can buy it fresh, or you can have it here by the slice.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
The frozen ones, are they unbaked?
They're unbaked, so you have to, or they're baked but frozen. Sorry.
Baked for frozen. Okay, so
Yeah.
I have to thaw it. Do you know if anything happens if I heat it up a bit in the oven so I can fake that I made it?
You do want to heat it up in the oven.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can heat it up in the oven for like 40 minutes.
Okay, so this is perfect for a faker.
Yes, exactly. And you'll get your house smelling like delicious apple cinnamon.
Yeah, it'll all smell like that.
Yeah.
I'll carefully take it out of your container, put it into my pie plate,
Yep.
and commit culinary fraud.
Hey, that's what we do here. If you want us to put some stuff in Tupperware for you so it looks like you just made it, we can do that.
I like
Just
it.
kidding.
I like that idea. Though I would confess within 30 seconds of it.
Because they're going to make you want to make more.
Oh yeah, can you make some for me? Well, do I have time to go to Summerland?
Exactly.
Though you're kind of in the middle of everything, so maybe I can.
There you go.
Yeah. Or now that I've spilled the beans, if you get some really good apple pie from me, you know it's actually apple pie from her. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
This is good together.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah, it has all the flavors of like pie and ice cream without the drippy plate
Exactly.
from pie and ice cream.
Exactly. And hey, pie and ice cream is still a great, we serve it here, it's delicious. And we serve a lot of ice cream here at Granny's.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
We do it by the cone as well.
You used to have a big picture of an ice cream cone out there. Do you still? I'm looking around for it. Was there one?
We don't
I thought there was.
Maybe at some point they did, but we don't have one now.
Are you churning your own ice cream?
We don't, but we get it
In
from
the night.
Foothills, which comes from Kelowna.
Foothills.
Yeah, it comes from Kelowna,
See?
so it's always as local as we can make it be.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
And hey, we would try to, if we could churn our own ice cream, we would probably do it.
You would do it?
That is just the way we do things around here.
What is the most complicated and labor-intensive
Yes,
way?
exactly.
But you know, when it gives a good result,
That's our
you're willing
thing.
to do the
really
do
like
the thing.
quality.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
and
if
that
I
way
taste
you
something
have
and it's not good, I'm just like, I can't serve this.
right. Yeah, yeah. That you wouldn't be proud to serve it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, like when I was working in hospitality, it's like we would eat things in the kitchen that would never get out to the people because it would be not
absolutely.
not good.
Absolutely.
It's like, no, we don't want any of our guests feeling disrespected by us serving this, but we'll eat it on the sly in the kitchen.
Yes.
Because it's still good.
It's still
Oh
good.
my gosh, that thing really is wiggling now.
I know. I think it's gonna be okay.
Renee says it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. She's got her eye on it.
I mean, there's a lot of flour on it.
Yeah, there's
Even with the flour, it's still kind of coming up on the leg.
there's like 80 pounds of flour sitting on
Yeah,
there.
it's a lot.
We're gonna have to show a little B-roll of our flour weight.
It's a good
Otherwise,
thing
it's
we
not
have
going to make
flour.
any sense. And then we'll say thank you to Logan again for dragging out all this flour.
Exactly.
And thank you for Chris for ordering it, I suppose.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we got to practice gratitude.
Yes.
And thank you for not raining on us.
I know. It was kind of.
At the
we wanted
beginning,
to
it
a
was
little
starting
bit.
to
It was like dripping.
dribble. Ah, more food.
Yeah, we have more food.
This is the one.
This is the one.
This is the one. We practiced our lighting on this, and I was asking her, do we get to try it? And she was all cagey and maybe. I kind of want to. Yeah.
You can keep it.
Okay, I'll just set it aside.
Yeah, of course. All right, so this is as European as we're gonna get in the Okanagan.
Posh.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
So here we have a bean and shtick. That's how you pronounce it.
How is that spelled?
It's long.
Yeah. Is it with a
B?
It starts with a B.
B, yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, bean and shtick.
Bean and shtick.
Which is actually German for bee sting. It's completely random, not really related to this. But that's just the name of it. And it's a delicious pastry that uses a caramelized almond on the top.
Ooh.
And then it's got a Bavarian cream in the inside, which is basically like a vanilla custard type of cream.
Wow.
And even though it looks quite sweet, it's actually not. The top part that's caramelized
So it's
here.
baked upside down.
Yes. This part is a little bit sweet, but the cream is not as sweet as you would think it.
Okay.
Yeah. And we paired it with a espresso because this is, German. This is a traditional German pastry.
Nice.
And we figured if we're going to be kind of European based, why not have a straight espresso?
Ha ha. Okay, I'm gonna send this to Oliver and Nina. Yeah, just the clip for them to weigh in on.
Yes, they should.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
We like feedback.
Yeah, we had some German friends living with us for a summer and broadening our world.
Yes, yes. Well, my husband is German.
Oh,
yes.
that's so nice.
So he's had a lot of German treats in his family, and now he's bringing them over to Granny's.
Well, German bakery things are off the charts.
It's true. And actually, I'll show you how we kind of
How do you get
how
into
we can
this?
kind of dig into it. So
Okay.
we've sort of learned that the best way is if we grab a knife.
A knife, sure.
And just cut the top a little bit because it is hard on the top.
All right.
Actually, I've always just done this with my hands. It's way easier. Yeah, just do it with your hands. It's way easier. So if you just kind of go like this, and now you've got the cream, the top part, and then you can kind of scoop up the cream
Ooh.
like a dip.
Yeah.
And then you just bite it. That's how you eat it.
This is
so good.
everything
Oh
all
my
at
God.
once.
Yeah, because
Oh,
of the
yeah.
almonds, it's like nutty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a little tiny bit chewy.
Yeah, it's like a little chewy, but
Chewy
it's not
and
hard.
flaky and not sweet and
It's not too sweet. And like
good.
when I first saw this before I had ever tried one, I had just assumed that it was going to be like, like brittle, like
Yes.
maple brittle or something, but it's not that hard. It's not that crunchy.
wow.
It's much more soft.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What a gorgeous, gorgeous dessert. So it's beautiful and it's delicious and creamy and rich.
Yes. Now you have to try, I'm forcing you, this is torture for some people. But
Not at all.
straight espresso is delicious. That's nice.
Is this with your granny's blend as well?
The espresso, we just use a regular one from Lone Tree. Yeah, that's their espresso blend. But we dial in our espresso sometimes twice a day, definitely every single day. All our baristas are tamping at the same pressure
Okay.
so that it's consistent throughout the
Right.
entire day. And we time almost all of our espresso shots to just make sure that they're coming out at the right time. So it makes it so that not too much water went through it,
Yeah.
not too little, and so you're getting this flavor that's not too acidic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
because-
it isn't at all.
Yeah, because
So nicely
if you
balanced.
pull out an espresso shot that hasn't been pulled properly or dialed in right, you will know. Like, we would have had a reaction like,
Oh, yeah.
it's
yeah.
like that reaction.
Yeah, your face does a thing that you can't help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with this, it's really smooth.
It is.
You know, it doesn't taste super acidic.
No, it's nutty, caramely, a bit of chocolate,
Yep. It's
more of a dried cocoa
exactly.
kind of undertone.
Yep. So that's exactly how we like to serve our espresso for all of our drinks.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Would you say that's a South American bean? If it's coming with that flavor profile?
Let's just try this out here.
Okay. Test.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I've lost those skills. No, I mean, to be fair, espresso, it's a little harder. That we would do that more with like drip coffee. But yeah, I couldn't tell you where the bean is on this one.
It's like one of those
Sorry.
really mean sommelier tests.
Exactly, where you're comparing like a $12 bottle of wine with like a $100
Oh my
one.
gosh. Yeah. Those ones you can tell.
Yeah, it's
Right
true.
away.
You can.
You can tell if they're both sitting in front of you which one you can smell.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, the $100
Or the ones
one
that
you can
stain your
smell.
teeth. That's bad too.
Yep. That's like, what did you put in this?
Yes. It's like grape juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Gewürztraminer. Why is it pink?
Yeah.
For the love of God.
But yeah, this bean stick, since we put it on our menu, we've actually had a lot of people come in specifically for this item because it just reminds them of like, their grandparents or things like that.
Yeah.
It's something that they would have had like traditionally. That's like our theme, that in case you have noticed, it's our theme to sort of have like, back to the roots. And like we even have some cool antiques inside. I don't know if you've noticed, but we have a stereo from the 1960s.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, and we have
I
like
have not. I'm going to peek around.
you
when I
should
go
peek
in.
around. We have some
Yeah.
different appliances in there from like the olden days, and we even have a cream of rice package that's from 1960, and it still has cream of rice in it.
Cream of rice? What
Yes.
is that?
I think it's like,
It's
so
like
I
cream of
don't
wheat?
actually know, but it's probably like cream of wheat. Yeah.
And cream of wheat is something like stucco paste, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So
it's like
what the heck
gross
is cream
oatmeal.
of rice? Maybe it's like pablum. Isn't that a baby milled rice baby food?
Well, it's funny because on the package they say how you can like feed it to your baby and stuff, but I'm just like, okay, well that's a little sketchy. I don't
Yeah,
know.
how much do you like your baby?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't know about this, but it is a package from the 60s.
So
it
it's
has
60 years old.
And it has those instructions on there. And the funnest part about that is like it still has the cream of rice in it, and it hasn't gone bad, and it's not like gross or moldy. It's just sitting in there, and who knows how long it's going to sit there for.
Wow. Have you ever had any of these cool kind of things lifted? Like,
No, we haven't. Thank
People are
goodness.
nice?
People are nice. And to be fair, like, even though they're really neat and like I think they're super neat, a lot of the stuff that at least that we personally have doesn't have like a lot of value. Like it's not like super like
it's just cool.
It's like super cool.
Or
like,
it's huge, like a
like a
jukebox.
Yeah,
or
like
stereo.
a
Stereo.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like we don't I don't have any antiques that are like, oh, don't touch that. It's like a really expensive. No.
Yeah. Why would you have it out?
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to have those because I think antiques are really cool.
But maybe not
behind a locked wall or something.
Yeah. You have one of those little museums where there's a rope. Like, don't go in this room. Just look at this room.
Just look at it.
Yeah. And then you have to do something about the people who don't listen to any instructions and just go in.
We do have some signs saying please don't touch and stuff,
Oh,
you know.
Oh yeah. That's a nice note.
Yeah.
So when does your fruit stand open?
So our fruit stand's going to open mid-June this year.
Okay.
I think we're aiming for like the 13th.
Okay.
And we usually open around that time, mid-June.
All right.
Yeah.
So mid-June, we'll see that open, and you'll have fresh garden stuff.
Yep. We're going to have as many fresh veggies and fruit as we can, depending on the season. And at that point, we will actually be going to 7 days a week for the bakery and the fruit stand. Yeah.
Okay. Are you here most of the time when it's open?
Pretty much, yeah. Like I'm not always in the cafe, but I'm always around. And if the kids ever need me, I have to come in here and help them out.
Okay, yeah.
But my husband's usually here. One of us is usually around.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you've got some family close. And I'm worrying about your baby. Are you going to be okay?
Right now? Actually, I don't know. No, I'm kidding. Luckily, we have family, and I have a lot of help.
I'm so glad.
Yes.
I asked that with the Slackwater Brewing people too. Who have
really?
A set of very small twins.
Oh my gosh, that's
and
hard.
she has local
That's a
family, so
challenge.
I felt good about that.
Yes.
It's like I turned into a mom, like that.
Like that, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was just like, a mom vibe starts. Oh well, this has been gorgeous.
Yes.
Love this. I can see why people would make the drive even up from Kelowna because you can get stuff here that you can't get anywhere else.
Absolutely, yeah.
And now you are open again. You did some renos?
Yeah, so we didn't do like
early spring?
Yeah, we didn't do like renos like we mostly did like a facelift on things. So we added paint and we did some cleaning and added different decor items. So things like that.
The glow up.
Yeah, exactly. A little glow up.
Well, it's nice in there. It's very glowy.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward after we finish filming just to wander around and check out some of the other cool things that you've got in there.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, we even have artists. So we have a big mural on the wall that was made by my sister who lives here in Summerland.
Nice.
And then we also have postcards made by another local Summerland artist.
Oh, that's amazing.
So every piece of, with actually one of our little signs up there, we say that Granny's is a taste of Summerland.
100%.
And that's what
yes.
we feel is, been consistent in everything we've talked about.
Yeah, and that and comfort.
Yes.
Absolute comfort place. Well, I'm definitely coming back, and maybe I'll take home some pie.
Yeah, you should.
I think we're out of time. Is that true? And there goes our light again.
Oh.
What timing? All right. Oh, you don't need to. I'll just sign off. Oh, she's coming anyway. Coming to fix the light. Isn't it good she's so fast?
Yeah, she's really
Yeah.
fast.
No, she manages all these things at the same time. It's kind of bonkers.
That is.
She says, "Say goodbye, Mom. Stop talking about me." That's my daughter.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Now I get the eye rolling.
Well, yeah. So give your baby another 20 some years, and
they'll
they'll
turn
eye
into
roll
that.
you.
Yeah, I know. I do it to my mom too.